3 goals, 3 points for Chelsea against the champions, winning at Stamford Bridge, and a huge game for Nottingham Forest away at the FA Cup finalist Crystal Palace in the Monday night football that is, of course, followed by the final word. But this is really interesting now. Arsenal in second, just 3 clear of the champions Manchester City, who are 1 ahead of Newcastle and Chelsea, who are locked on 63 points and the same goal difference, but Newcastle have scored more goals. Forest will also have 63 with 3 left to play if they win at Palace in the Monday night football, and they'll go 3 clear of Villa. So 8th could be European football. That's currently occupied by Bournemouth.
Started with a win against Liverpool. They've got a Europa Conference League semi-final second leg, which they are ahead in on Thursday. They're on the same points and same goal difference as Newcastle, and they play each other next week. Let's hear from Enzo Maresca. He's at Patrick Davison.
Well, Enzo, with a big prize at stake in terms of Champions League football, how important are 3 points was that?
Very important, especially at this stage of the season. You know, at the end of the season, you need to win games. And against this team that, for me, once again, they show the reason why they are so good. They won the Premier League. They force us to defend deep, something that we don't like, something that we don't plan. But because they are good, sometimes you have to do that, and the players, they deal very well.
So I was going to ask, that was going to be my next question anyway, like, how did you do it today? I wondered if it was deliberate to sort of soak up a bit of pressure and attack quickly, but it sounds like not.
No, we plan the game, trying to be always aggressive in the opposite side, playing the way we want, but sometimes the opposite is there and they force you to with a different plan. So I think we adapt quite well. The player deal with that very good, and at the end I think for the amount of chances that we create, we deserve to win the game.
Do you think you were able to give them big problems with Cole Palmer's position? He was massively influential in every single goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Cole, he will be better and better. This kind of moment in his journey in the future will be for sure better and better player.
Did he look like his old self today again, Cole?
I think it was good for Cole. It was good for even for Nico score again, for all of them.
Do you think we saw it's easy to look at it and think you got Liverpool at a good time? They just won the league, but do you think we saw a very good Liverpool team? You beat Liverpool at something close to their best, maybe.
I said already, we didn't plan the game to wait and to defend deep, but because they are so good, they have quality, they are aggressive, they are strong, they are quality player, so they force us to defend deep, and they show how good they are. So for me, once again today, they show the reason why they won the Premier League is because they are top side.
So how impressed are you with your players in the last few weeks, actually? Because it looked a bit, maybe just from the outside, but it looked like it might be slipping away. 1-0 down at Fulham, you won that game, you won again last week, and you've beaten the champions today.
Yeah, but I'm very impressed with the players since we start, to be honest, because it's not easy to since day one to try to play in different way, to try to be aggressive, go man to man, no matter what. They are doing very good now from outside. I can understand that if we finish top 5, everyone is thinking that they have done fantastic in case they are not doing that well. But for me, I'm impressed with all of them.
I know this is something you've been asked again and again, but do you think it is vitally important that you get top 5? I know you sort of said it's been a good season anyway, but maybe just with the recent history and the culture of this club, it's a club that wins. So to finish outside the Champions League feels like it would be a bigger disappointment for you than it would be for some of the other clubs around you.
For sure, Chelsea has to fight for Champions League, and hopefully in the future we can fight for something more important. In this moment we are there, and hopefully we can finish there.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Defensively, didn't see Salah today, really, at all. Done his job. Salah really doesn't defend that much, but he didn't go and attack Cucurella. It was like one-on-one, take him out of the game, did the job. Casado did very, very well on the other side, right back, and then went into midfield, releases Fernandes, and you see him Fernandes arriving in the box quite a lot, gets his goal. So tactically, Chelsea today, it was all spot on, and they got it right, and they thoroughly deserved the win. But the fact that Palmer, the talisman really, who's been so brilliant since he's been at Chelsea, has had this lean spell. For him to get on the score sheet and play, like we said before the show, before the game, Let him play. He's best when he's just playing free. And today he had that position where he could, because Caicedo goes into midfield, it releases him even more. So he found himself in lots of times and space. And wow, if you're going to give him time and space, he will hurt you. And he did today. He hurt Liverpool a lot.
And with the run he's been on, 18 games, as we mentioned, without a goal involvement, it would bother some players, but his body language, he doesn't look like he gets bothered in any way, shape or form, Cole Palmer.
He doesn't, but internally he would be
He wouldn't show it, would he?
No, he wouldn't really show it, but I mean, Glenn makes the right point, because we've all been there. We've all had lean spells. We've all either not scored, or if you're a defender, you're conceding all the time, or making mistakes, or whatever position you play. You do something. When things go wrong, you start thinking about things. Why am I not playing? Why am I not scoring now? What have I done? And you start thinking, shall I get closer to the goal? Will it give me a better chance of scoring if I do this, this and this? And as soon as you start becoming a thinking player, you've not got that natural magician-like things that Cole Palmer has got. And he has got to go out there and almost, he's better when he's not bothered, when he is what he seems, you know, when he's just lackadaisical, you know, just looks like it's a part game. And I think that's what he started looking like again today. Don't tie him down to rules, don't put him in positions or say you've got to be here at this point. Let him play, because that's when he creates magic. And yeah, and I think if there's anybody, don't get me wrong, certain defenders, when the ball's there, you have to be here. That's just, you know, certain. But for someone like Cole Palmer, that's a bit of a free spirit, he doesn't want to be tied down to anything. And Glenn hit the nail on the head before the game. You know, he looks like, before today, he looked like he was thinking about it. And when he thinks, you know, it's not a good sign. So, yeah, he was back to his best.
I think even before the goal today, you must have felt like you'd really helped your team. You looked like you enjoyed it. You had a big influence on the game.
No, yeah, today I felt like myself. I have been before the, you know, the recent times. I felt confident. I was trying things, first time passes, playing forward, not just playing free. And when you got him next to you, it's a dream, really.
Well, I mean, it's you guys in attacking areas that get a lot of the credit. How good is he?
Wow, machine. Obviously, from the start of the season to now, I think he's been our best player. Yeah, he's a machine, wins everything back, always 100% every day, humble, nice to everyone, and yeah, everyone loves him.
Yeah. Do you want to repay the compliment, Moises? Because this guy, you know, good players have tough moments, and Cole's maybe had one, but there's no doubt in the quality, is there?
No, Cole, no, he's an amazing guy. Always trying hard also. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. He helped us a lot, even when he didn't score. He helped us. Yeah, he's a great guy, and he deserves everything.
Okay, so Cole Palmer back in the goals, also player of the match, but I'm not sure you actually agree with that, do you?
I mean, I'll take it.
I thought you were handing it over to Moyes. No, Cole Palmer is the player of the match. Well played.
Congrats for that.
Well done, guys. Well done.
He's got personality. He's 23 this week, actually. And he's a sort of a character that would rub off in a positive way on his teammates, Glenn.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, he looks like pretty... Like we're saying, as a player, when he's at his best, doesn't care too much, doesn't think too much about it, you know. It's, well, I didn't think I played, you know, player of the match. I think there was better players out there. He's pretty humble as well. Let's hope he doesn't change. The key for him is not to change. That's the thing. Go back to analyse how he's played today compared, and how he's felt inside, and how he's played today compared to the last run that he's had, and keep it, and he can relax and go and play. We'll get the best out of him.
Let's have a closer look then, Michael. Why was he more like his old self today with the Man of the Match award there?
Touches do you have? Where do you have them? What do you need to do? What's the best, you know, area to score goals? All of these things you can get fed all this information. But I think if you fed him all this information, he wouldn't be half the player he is. He just needs to feel it, is to sense it, and just to wander into areas that he believes, and he gets a, you know, just a feel, let's say. Instinct is probably the word I'm looking for. Nobody could teach me where to stand. When there's a ball about to drop into, like, I don't care how many managers or how many... No one can
did anyone try?
That. No one can teach you that. No one can teach him to smell a little area of danger. If I stand in here, if I move into there, that's just uncoachable. So a lot of the things that he'll be getting fed, they probably apply to the rest of the team. If I was him, I'd take little notice of it because he needs to be that free spirit. And there's very, very few. There used to be a lot, Glenn, I feel, in the game.
Yeah.
That type of player is getting phased out a little bit now.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing to see him actually be...
And great to see him back at his best, you know. And that's the thing, he players, but he's got both. You know, you can take 5 or 6 players out with one pass. He can go past 3 or 4 players. And if you go past a player, then you're drawing another player out, and there's space for someone else instantly on the football pitch. But I think today Liverpool weren't quite at it. Let's be fair, but that's not Palmer's fault. That's not Cole's problem. He's eating up all the space in the world, and he's going to hurt you with that sort of space. More importantly for the manager and for Chelsea Football Club at the moment is he's now back to his best right at the time they need him. Okay, they've not been so consistent this year, but they've found themselves now right in the race for this this Champions League, and they've got their talisman, their best player, without a doubt, just now turned the corner, and they're playing Newcastle next. Wow, what a performance he's going to be looking forward to.
On that, you're right, he's their best player. You say he's their talisman. In this barren run, there's been suggestions that he needs a little bit more help from those around him, that Chelsea put him under too much pressure. They're too reliant on Cole Palmer. So moving forward, can they add a little bit more top quality in that team so he doesn't carry so much on his own shoulders?
Well, they can, and if they want to go to the very top, which is, I'm sure, what they want to do, what they've been used to over recent years, then of course the whole team needs to lift their levels. But I've always been sceptical in terms of when people say, "Well, how did you carry that pressure? I can guarantee you he doesn't feel pressure. Did you feel pressure playing? I didn't feel pressure, but no, that's what you're good at. That's what you want to be.
What about they're too reliant on him?
Even better. Even better. I felt 8 foot. And I'm only half of that before you say. If I go out onto the pitch and I feel that my teammates are thinking, we need you today. If I sense that, then that makes me feel even better. I feel as if I'm going onto the pitch. I can't fail. It's not pressure. It's a responsibility. It's great to feel like you're needed in a certain way. No matter what job you do, there'll be millions of people out here watching. Whatever you do in your industry, isn't it great to go into your office or your factory or onto the football pitch or wherever it is and feel as if what you do is actually special and that not many people can do it and that everybody looks at you and thinks, do you know what? We need you on our team, whatever role that is, and it takes a lot of people to piece into a team. So, no, I don't believe that at all in terms of feeling too much pressure or responsibility. I think that helps you grow. But in terms of the whole team, it's the manager's job to get better players into.